Hi there guys, Sam here. Welcome back to another video where I go through, well, how the new Porsche Cayman GT4, the 718 and the GTS will now be available with a PDK gearbox. So yeah, pretty exciting news, and I'll get straight into the video really. So yes, welcome back to another video, and I felt I wanted to bring this to you. It's kind of latest news. I love the Cayman. I love what it's all about, that mid-engine sports car, and have done videos on this car in the past as well. And there was always suggestions from Porsche that they would add a PDK gearbox to it. And this is to the new 4-litre naturally aspirated cars. Now, for me, I think this is a great thing. It gives more variety. I may be wearing a Save the Manuals t-shirt, but it's good to have different variety. And particularly with this type of car where top-end performance, particularly if you want to track a car, a PDK gearbox does make more sense. Now, what have Porsche actually said? So, well, actually, first of all, I think applaud them for actually kind of doing it, because I hear a lot of manufacturers saying things and they're not sort of following it through. So I found it weird. They were kind of like, well, we're going to bring a manual first, then we'll bring a PDK. I found that a bit weird. Remember with the Polo GTI, the last one, going back a little bit, and in the UK and across the world, really, it comes with a 7-speed DSG. Now they said, oh yeah, we're going to bring a manual along, going to bring a manual along. That car's been out for about 2 years now here, and there is no sign of a manual. And in fact, due to demand or lack of demand for that car, they're not actually selling it at all in the UK, let alone selling it with a manual gearbox. So I don't like manufacturers saying things that they're not going to follow through with. And I'm glad that they have with this. Now, what do we know about kind of the specs of it? Well, first of all, the 0 to 60 times are down. For the GT4, you're looking at around 3.9 seconds. So to have a sub 4-second Cayman, I think is really cool. I think that's a real competitive car to really step on the toes of a 911. And for people who are going to use this type of car around the track, is generally where it's best at. You're not going to know every single track. You might not be a professional racing driver. PDK gearbox makes it so much more seamless, does get the absolute most out of the car. Listen, I love a manual, but I'm glad that they brought it to this car to release its maximum potential. And it kind of says for the upcoming GT4 RS, it's going to be PDK only. So that's really, really cool. And I'm glad that they've done it on the GTS too. Again, reducing the 0 to 60 times on that side. Emissions across the board are better as well, because automatic is more efficient, even though you gain a tiny bit more weight over a manual transmission. The actual efficiency of the engine means that it is actually a fairly efficient car. There is a big jump in that regards. Now, for the GTS 4-litre, you're looking at about a £2,300 premium for a PDK gearbox. That's in the UK. And for the Cayman GT4, it's £2,000 for the PDK gearbox. And I think it's good value. It changes the complete characteristics of the car. Porsche really failed to improve their manual gearbox. Fantastic as it may be, had very long gearing to try and help with emissions basically. And it meant that you weren't really going through the box on the road as much as you would. And even on the track, I can speak from personal experience. I've driven a 981 Cayman GT4 probably around 7 or 8 times around the track with a manual gearbox. And it's second to third, unless you're on a big open circuit. That's just the truth. And in most cases, you can kind of just sit in second on a very small track. So you weren't really as involved as you might think. So I think it's good. I think it's really good and exciting news. Just kind of come out today that they've released it. I did check on the Porsche configurator in the UK, and it's not actually showing there yet, despite, I'll leave a link to the description to this article below. So I'm sure that will be up pretty soon. Now, so what Porsche actually quote here is they say it's high performance gear shifting functionality for the fastest circuit lap times and highly efficient operation for everyday use. So that's where Porsche are kind of pushing this kind of product. I should mention it's also available in the Cayman as well. It's a like-for-like kind of addition to the car. I think it's exciting. I think it's good news. I wanted to share it with you. Let me know your thoughts. Let me know if you're going to put your hard-earned money into one, which one would it be? Would you go for the manual? Would you go for the PDK? You've got to kind of, for me personally, I think you've got to kind of move a little bit into the future for these type of cars where if you're really after that nth degree of performance, PDK automatic transmission is where it's at. If you want a bit of fun, you want to get through the gears, manual's great. I've got a Mark 7 Golf R. It actually has very short gearing as opposed to the Cayman. So I'm actually, you're going through the box, you can easily use 4 gears, if not 5 gears, out of the 6 on normal roads, let alone on a track or something. Whereas in a Cayman, you're just using 2, and that's just not that fun from where I'm sitting anyway. So PDK gearbox is now available. So there we go. How is this going to kind of affect the likes of the 911? Because particularly these 4-litre naturally aspirated cars, they've got their own little niche now. 400 brake horsepower, they're mid-engined, they've now got the same transmission as well. It's a really tough sort of question to kind of ask yourself if you're looking between the two, particularly after a driver's car. I think they've really upped their game for the Cayman and the Boxster respectively, and I think it's all the better for it because it's a cracking car and it's now got a fantastic gearbox as well. But please let me know your thoughts in the comments below of what you think about this news, and give this video a like, share and subscribe for plenty more content to come. It really does help a small channel. I really enjoy my 1,300 subscribers that I have here. I'd love to have an awful lot more, and everyone to get involved in this kind of community automotive channel that I've built over the last couple of years. But thanks so much for watching. I hope you have a fantastic rest of your day, and I'll see you again next time. Cheers, guys.